솔직하게 더 이상 망설일 필요 없잖아 주문을 외워봐 Get it?
Yeah, this probably is the most vocally talented group that has almost totally disappeared for over a year. A girl group that was created off the popularity of members Sejeong and Kang Mina from Produce 101 and debuted with IOI. Gugudan should be known for their high quality vocals, but are they even known at all? With no first win and named flops in K-pop, why are they having such a long break since their last comeback? Today, we're gonna go over Gugudan's history, and of course, what happened to them and where are they now. But before looking forward, I always like to look back. Since 2016, the Produce 101 series has been the beginning of tons of group success, until the show's sudden end in 2019 due to the voting manipulation scandal, which I covered in my What Happened to X1 and IZ*ONE videos. Check those out if you haven't. The series helped create groups like Wikimiki, Pristin, Cosmic Girls, Chunghan, Somi's solo debuts, and for season 2 Produce 101, CIX, AB6, and Kang Daniel's solo career. All of them are born from this show. And so did Gugudan's, with members Kim Sejeong and Kang Mina ranking high and making it into IOI, promoting with them for a year. Then towards the tail end of IOI's contract, Jellyfish Entertainment revealed they were planning to debut a new girl group. With, of course, the popularity of Sejeong and Mina already being so well known by Korea, it sounded like a fantastic idea. But apparently Jellyfish wasn't planning to debut a whole group. There were rumors about them wanting to debut Kim Sejeong, Kang Mina, and a trainee to make a 3-member girl group, which we actually got to see what they really wanted later on. But instead, they formed the company's first ever girl group called Gugudan, literally meaning times tables in Korean. This 9-member group was ready to debut in 2016 with the title track Wonderland. It was a mermaid concept that, if you compare what Gugudan has done more recently, it's totally different. And it's pretty interesting to see a girl group like Gugudan to come out of Jellyfish Entertainment, whose only other contribution was giving us VIX. Back to Gugudan, their debut was actually met with backlash by debuting Mina and Sejeong in the group. Fans of Produce 101 and IOI thought it was a waste of their talents. They probably would have liked to see them more as a duo or maybe even in a trio group like I mentioned before. And this caused some concern as Gugudan's debut album and song had a mild response on the music charts. Gugudan had a very shaky start at best. Before having a complete group comeback, Sejeong teamed up with Zico as the producer for her first solo song, Flower Way, which completely proved why fans wanted to see Sejeong. With her first ever solo song, Flower Way gave her a perfect all-kill in only 2 days of the release. With carefully crafted lyrics about showing regret for not appreciating their mother more, it really struck a chord with listeners, and so it was a hit among Koreans. Oh yeah, and she even beat Mamamoo, Blackpink, and Twice to get her first win on the show. That should give Sejeong and, more importantly, Gugudan more motivation to strike when the iron is hot. And they did, when their first comeback was released in February 2017. This was the song A Girl Like Me with the album Act 2, Narcissus, completely dropping that debut concept immediately, and that was the smartest thing they could have done. Gugudan finally understood what they're best at. Not the concept or the sound, but those vocal belts. They should have done this sooner, but nonetheless, A Girl Like Me was Gugudan's first kind of hit in K-pop, breaking in the top 10, debuting at number 3 on the Gaon charts. That is what people were missing out on. Gugudan is really talented and they just need help showing it. Sejeong continued to have a very packed schedule in 2017 to continue to promote herself and the group, singing the OST for the K-pop drama Legend of the Blue Sea, becoming a host of the makeup TV show Get It Beauty, and even making her acting debut after being casted by the drama School 2017. Sejeong is so beloved by Korea. In fact, she won the Best New Actress at the 31st KBS Drama Awards.
김세정.
네, 축하합니다.
If gugudan could capture Sejeong's immense popularity, that would be perfect. That is what they tried to do when they announced the new comeback in late 2017. And all I can say is that they tried something different again. Aside from this being an alternate timeline Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and having more sponsors than a YouTuber, although I don't think G&G is a real candy, something that didn't change was gugudan's singing ability shining through. Now this song could have hit harder and maybe should have. Groups like Orange Caramel and Crayon Pop were known for their fun concepts and rewatchable music videos. However, that formula may have worked for them and it didn't really work for gugudan, as Choco Coco performed slightly worse than the previous release, A Girl Like Me. Why? I have no idea, and the amount of people sleeping on gugudan would be even more disheartening later on. 1 year into gugudan's career, the group has yet to find some commercial success, which isn't that bad yet. Some K-pop groups take years to reach their peak. Think about Newest. It took 5 years and some members competing in Produce 101 Season 2 for people to start paying attention to them. So what gugudan planned for 2018 was probably the best thing they could throw at us. Now back with the title track The Boots, gugudan nailed almost everything about this comeback. Concept? Check. Instrumentals and interesting strings and wind instruments? Check. Oh yeah, and those sweet vocals? Check.
널 향해 내 미소 잡을 때 새로운 널 기대해. Speak up!
I don't see any other K-pop group doing acapella like gugudan. They could really sing any girl group under the table. And still, this comeback came and went without people taking a second glance. Jellyfish Entertainment continued on with business as usual, with gugudan moving into the Japanese market with a mini album of their previous releases. And this got me scratching my head. Why enter a brand new country when you still haven't established your group in your own country yet? Now yes, it might have been an attempt to find success elsewhere, but by not creating at least a new Japanese single song, it seemed like an empty attempt by Jellyfish Entertainment. Still, gugudan made their debut and held a fan meeting in Tokyo. Gugudan would also greet fans at KCON 2018 in Japan and also Taiwan. While they were still branching out into new markets, member Hyuna stepped out of promotions with gugudan in October and would ultimately leave the group. Still young, Hyuna found it better to leave gugudan for health reasons and to focus on her studies, but she would still be signed under Jellyfish Entertainment to maybe return to entertainment in time. Back now at Jellyfish, they thought instead of a group comeback, they should reveal what could have been that trio group we talked about earlier. This subunit was called gugudan Semina. Giving off that early Mamamoo vibes, Semina still carried that vocal talent to make this summertime debut. It was a bop. But would it succeed? Not quite. It still performed as well as any other regular group release. So at this point, gugudan tried multiple comebacks, a Japanese debut, a subunit, even another subunit of Mina and Hyuna before she left, and Sejeong's solo songs and activities. They were hoping to find the answer in late 2018 when it was announced gugudan would be returning. For the first time only as 8 members, but this time it had the makings of something special. Not That Type was a powerful dance track playing on gugudan's ability to harmonize and hit those impactful notes. Gugudan dominated this track without a doubt, but was this the answer to gugudan's failed attempts? No. In fact, this new album failed to chart in Korea at all. But there was a silver lining here. If you take a look at the US, UK, and Philippines iTunes chart, gugudan hit number 3, number 4, and number 5 in songs and album charts. Gugudan's potential can be seen when you pull back the curtain. Now it's been over a year and a half since gugudan released anything new as a group. What are the members up to and where are they now? Sejeong was casted in some acting roles, with her latest being announced as the lead of a drama this year. She also released more solo music. Kang Mina was the long-term host of the music show Music Core, but has since left after 2 years just weeks ago. All other members have had some solo activities here and there like variety shows, commercials, and musicals. But now it seems like the future of gugudan may be in trouble, as member Sally just recently announced that they got kicked out of the company. When Sally was a contestant on the Chinese audition program Produce Camp 2020, in an interview she revealed some troubling news. She said, "I debuted after being a trainee for 5 months in Korea, but I sensed a big difference between members from then on. 2 of the members were already well known, so there was a big gap. They already had fans and the public focused on them." Then she talked about the big news. At the beginning of 2019, my agency told me to go home. When I asked them when I should come back, they told me there was no need to come back. She said that all the members went to their dorms and packed up everything and left. They tried to stick together, but it didn't work out. Gugudan's future as a group doesn't seem like it's much of a future at all. This wouldn't be the first time members from IOI would run into trouble with their own groups, if you just imagine what happened to Pristin. It's easy to call gugudan a flop, but can you really when you get to hear their undeniable talent? Seriously. And the more time passes, the more it will be difficult to make a comeback. Members are getting older and contracts are running out. Calling gugudan underrated is itself an underrated statement. Talent and determination should lead to success. Plain and simple. Gugudan has all of that times 100. That's it for me, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like, and remember, only 14% of people that watch me are subscribed to the channel, so why not hit the subscribe and the bell so you don't miss a brand new What Happened video. Remember, every single Friday. What do you think about this episode? What do you think about gugudan? It's one of those groups that have fallen into the void of their company having no idea what to do with them. It's disheartening to see talent like this go to waste. What do you think Jellyfish Entertainment need to do to help gugudan get some traction in K-pop? Because they deserve it, man. You saw the talent that they have. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments. I'd love to have a discussion about it. And big thanks to the people on Patreon for making these videos possible. If you want to help out, support the channel, make more of these videos possible, head over to Patreon, consider supporting. And since Twitch is cracking down more on music in the live streams and clips, I think I'm gonna move K-pop reactions and album listening parties over to Patreon. If you can't support on there, no problem. Click on one of these videos over here to continue watching another What Happened video or something else. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. 안녕.